Alright, so there's another addition mechanism I want to do, and I forgot to look it up before I started the video. But, you know, there's a lot. The rest of Chapter 5 talks about lots of things that we care about with respect to. So 5 is alkenes, right? And it talks about the mechanisms of you know, what we've done there, and the energy issues that are pertain to it, and so on. I'm now looking for a more specific. So, and then Chapter 6 starts out with the same thing. Absolutely same thing. Okay? More energetics, transition states, and so on. But now I want to talk about a different mechanism, which is still addition. Okay, so in a list, you might have these two in the same thing, as the same thing, but they're not always the same thing. So I want to talk about adding water to which has a very similar mechanism to what we just showed. Okay, addition of water. All right, so let's do. And you know what? This is oftentimes acid catalyzed. So I'm going to go ahead and put a proton on there. Alright, that's the case. Can you tell? The first thing we're doing with mechanisms is we're always looking for, first thing we're looking for is the attacker. Second thing is the target, right? So which is the attacker and which is the target here? The pi electrons are the attacker. The proton's the target. Careful, the plus is over here by that oxygen. But what it's really doing is really pulling electrons off these hydrogens here, which were already electron poor, as you know from your understanding of the structure of water. Alright, so these electrons, the pi electrons, go here, boom, and boom. Okay, that's step one. These electrons go, boom. Oops, that's step two. Okay. And then finally, step three. Okay, please note here that I just brought in another water molecule, right? Because this was the solvent. Just brought one in out of nowhere. That would maybe would have been difficult to predict. Don't forget, if you've got a solvent there, you can just bring it in. And then another thing that I want to point out is that this was acid catalyzed. So we started out with a hydronium ion, and we ended up with a hydronium ion because it was acid catalyzed. So the two things I want to point out here are solvent means that we have water molecules wherever we want, right? Sometimes they come in and when you didn't expect them. And the other thing is that it's acid catalyzed. By the way, this isn't Bruce. 7th edition, section 6.5, page 247.